In 3 days' time, I told you that you would have the option to take a free travel. You guys are currently right here. This is Alkane City. So you guys are on an island off of the long coast of Chimeros to take a boat ride and a camel ride all the way through this desert to the Wilderman jungles all the way over here. This is a huge trek. This is gonna take like a week. Free travel like this is actually kind of unprecedented because this is probably some of the harshest conditions you could go through when it comes to traveling in this fashion. But you also have various methods to get to other places. You have heard of leads about the layers or the whereabouts of the Phoenix Eye. There's one other place that you've heard of. Cole has told you something about his brother, who takes place in the academy in the High Reef Expanse. You guys have one more night before you are going to be forced to accept or decline your departure to the Wilderman jungles where Cora and Vina have been convicted and sent. So, with that, the day is yours.
I'm gonna, start talking as I open my door and walk out. Okay, if I'm remembering correctly, I think there was a job that we wanted to take.
Where's the shark? Didn't he pick it?
I'm gonna get out of my room. Also talking. Have any of you seen Mackie? He wasn't there when I woke up.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Boy, oh boy, it sure does feel good to be back in my own body. Wait, you all seem tense. What's going on?
Can I cast Locate Creature on Maki?
Unless Maki has any reason why you can't, yes.
I don't believe I do.
Okay. Locate Creature ignores all obstacles entirely, right? And it just gives you a straight shot direction as to where to find your located creature. You clap your hands together and open them up, and in between your hands is this little ice crystalline structure that kind of resembles a low poly version of Maki. And his nose points you in the direction, and it points straight up.
He's on the roof. Someone who cares should go get him.
I guess I'll go downstairs and probably ask Joka if there's a way to get on the roof.
Joka seems a little bit tired. He goes, huh? Why do you need to get on the roof?
Because my shark is up there.
No, there's no way to get on the roof other than scaling the building, I guess, which I'm pretty sure you guys have done before. I know I've seen you sneak through at least 2 windows.
All right. And I'm gonna go back upstairs. I'm going to get out of the window and try to get on the roof.
All right, go ahead and make a stun test for me.
Can I go out the window and fly next to Azor to be there if they fall?
Yeah, go ahead and make a dexterity test.
I was about to say, two of us have wings, and one of us is like a nimble assassin, and for some reason Azor is doing this.
One of you could technically teleport.
13.
You try to shamble out of the window and get yourself kind of a nice grass on the edge of this building. However, this building is quite smooth. It's purely canvas walls with a handful of beams that you could maybe fingertip grab if you tried really hard.
I have the glaive. I can just...
Are you gonna stab through the building?
Yep.
So originally you get one grip on the upper sill of the window, and immediately your grip begins to slip, and you just stab your glaive straight into the wall, and you're just kind of hanging there now. You don't really have a good method to get up from here. Sunburst, you, realizing the issue behind this, open this window and immediately realize this is a normal people window.
I'm glad I have good strength.
Yeah,
to
one
be hanging
moment.
here.
So, Sombers, I presume that you kind of hobble outside and then just fly up?
Yeah.
Azor, as you're holding onto your glaive, kind of inspecting the area around you, you notice a set of large, very strong, scaly arms picks you up bridal style and just carries you to the top.
Well, I guess that works too.
I've always been curious about this. I'm going to throw myself out the window and then use my gun on myself.
Okay. So,
and then I'm going to begin to push myself up into the sky, up to the roof.
As you peer through the window, that each person has been jumping out of up to this point. There are bystanders that are watching all of this happen from a little bit down the way. And you watch as this mother and her daughter, seemingly these two elven folk, are watching in horror as this gigantic draconic creature is picking up this relatively nimble looking noble, as there's a shark leaning over the roof. And outside of all of this, on a window just adjacent against the wall, a human hurls his way out, tumbling towards the ground before sine wave arcing back into the air, holding this giant elaborate mechanized gun.
What is today?
Don't you love shenanigans like this?
I look into the sky for a second and I go, the money I'm making for this better fucking be worth it.
Maki, like, kind of laid back, one leg crossed over the other, just kind of quietly singing to himself. Before a big shadow covers him, he's like, what the f? And then proceeds to hear the screaming from down below. Immediately turning and just... Full polka dots, by the way, Moonchi. He's gonna be like, shit. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning.
Am I in trouble?
No, not really. I was just looking for you. Didn't expect you to be up here.
Gabe gently touches
You
down,
left a note?
Mary Poppins style.
Has he always been able to fly?
Ori, how did we calculate how fast I can get something to move with my gun?
Will score. Will score meters per second.
I can fly at 12 meters a second.
Pinch the bridge of his snout, just... Please tell me you didn't hear that.
Awareness to see if I heard anything.
What do I need to roll for
Portrayal.
keeping myself... What?
21. That was 21.
A 10.
It is astoundingly obvious to you, Azor.
All right, I will send Moonchi the verse.
Yay!
On Sombers and Gabe's side of things, the entire thing was in Tibetan.
So, Sombers and Games, you catch a song or some kind of melody that sounds completely and utterly foreign to you. Both melodically and rhythmically, this is not the type of music that you would have listened to if you listened to music.
Essentially, the song sounds kind of almost how you would expect a lullaby for them to sound, but from what you could tell, the lyrics are full of conviction.
They're just gonna repeat what Maki was singing.
You're just gonna see Maki kind of bite his bottom lip and just go to take a breath and just put his head down.
Sombers is gonna clear her throat and go, so are we just staying on the roof, or we wanna head back inside?
I'll be right down. I'm just gonna slide back down the way I came and go back in through the window.
All right, go ahead and make a stun test for me.
Zora, do you need help down again?
Yes, please. I'm not as agile.
This tracks. That's a 9.
A 9 for stun? So Maki basically hangs down on the edge of the roof, takes a deep breath before letting go, successfully grabbing the windowsill, breaking a chunk off of it, falling down and tumbling in through the lower window, just kind of ravaging into one of the tables here, knocking it over completely. As Maki, you are just now sprawled out against a lower tavern full of a few mourning people.
From up on the top, they're just gonna hear a little bit of scratching, sliding, and as soon as the wood snaps, you're just gonna hear, shit, fuck, and then just hear him tumbling through everything.
Surreal and Ermis, could you please make an awareness test for me?
We've been debating
Everyone
whether or
heard
not to
that.
join them on the roof, and we're just like,
Yeah.
nah, we're okay.
Is it worth it? I don't think it's worth it.
I got a 13 for awareness, so I'm pretty sure I probably heard all of that.
I'm assuming.
You guys were able to listen to most of the conversation. As the window was open, no one was being necessarily all that quiet, followed by Sombers gracefully lowering Azor back into the windowsill, followed by Maki falling down the window, grabbing it, breaking it, saying, followed by someone downstairs going, here he comes.
I'm going to get back up. Morning. What do we have today?
Bread and stew.
Lovely. And I'm just gonna start taking a few sips of stew.
I put my face on the table. Why am I here? Why am I with these people? Why do I
I'm
put
holding the bridge of
myself
my
through
nose.
I should probably go check on that.
I think this is one of the few moments Hermes and Surreal are in sync.
Yeah, I'm gonna make my way upstairs, kind of just like looking a little defeated with my tail dragging on the ground.
There's like a hand size, like roughly the size of the palm of your hand, splinter sticking out of his snoot, and he has like kind of an entire bowl locked in his jaw that looks like it smells like it had stew in it at one point.
So Gabe is going to do a just running jump back off the side he came, and then using the gun,
Shoot himself
basically
through the window.
shoot himself through the window.
Gabe, you have learned, you were today years old when you learned that upon choosing to use the gun on yourself to telekinetically move yourself, you have complete and utter control over your body spatially.
Sura's gonna get near Mackie and ask if he's okay.
Physically or emotionally?
Fair enough. And Azura's just gonna take the splinter out of their snoot.
Ow.
Sorry.
Can we start the morning debriefing now?
You had a job
Please.
for us to do, right?
Yep. I'm gonna kind of just gesture over to Azor because it's in their pocket.
So
No,
you
sure.
guys got debriefed on a temple somewhere around Javerglade right here. So you guys are up in the town hall district, kind of in what is basically a government established inn. You have heard of an abandoned temple down in Javerglade that some kind of a monster has been ravaging. You can't tell what. You've heard that it eats people, but most monsters do at this point from what you can tell in a place like Chimeros. The reward is 500 silver pieces for its head or whatever equivalent proof that you have slain the beast. We did talk a little bit about blueprinting, so you guys went on a little bit of a crafting session last session, but we had not heard of the results of that yet. So you guys may decide how much you spent, what components you spent, and what items you ended up with, and I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of time to talk amongst yourselves for that. All right, I have some questions for you, chat. How many people are awake right now? So I have a little bit of a thing for you, chat, and this is something that I need you guys to talk amongst yourselves during the session. I wanted to do a little bit something for the holidays, and why not throw an Eldritch Wrench into the session of Pious Return? I want you guys, as a community, to come up with a gift to give to the Pious Return party. And by the end of the session, they will receive the gift that you guys happen to come up with. Explosives. All right, we're off to a wonderful start. Let's see if I'm going to regret this decision. A book in a completely unknown language, that seems important, but it's just a... Oh god, you guys are mean. 2 votes on Eldritch Cookbook. What does it cook? No, hold on, I need to know what this recipe is, though. Like, what is it telling you how to cook? Is this just like some fucking apple pie just written in Eldritch? Oh, it has buffs in it, though. It has actual genuine buffs in it. Some sort of D100 table? Holy shit. I will not rasterize your opinion until the gift is actually given. So you guys keep talking about it. Have you guys discovered what you guys would like to do for your blueprinting, your item creation, and how you would like to tackle your mission?
I do have the scythe ready to
You know
be
what? I'm gonna jump them on
crafted.
the floor.
Okay, that's wild. Okay, dope.
Yeah, so it's extraordinary. 4 material components, 1 refinement, 1 power.
Did you have extraordinary refinement components that I don't know about, or are we using one of our Omni components?
We would have to use the Omni component.
Okay.
I actually have, hold on, I have a thing that makes it cheaper, actually. Hold on, let me look.
Ooh, are you inventive slash brilliant slash...
I am inventive, I'd say.
Okay,
So it'd
you-
be 3 material components.
And then Ermis wanted to make a double Magus waist slot.
yeah, that would be 40 RP, 1 singular slot, waste item, and it would be 1 common material, 1 common refinement.
An artifact for the next slot, which would have Fiddly, 2 intensify, and 5 capacity.
It's a scarf.
It's
a scarf.
Scarf
It-
with pockets.
It's a pocket scarf. Pocket scarf. Let's go.
Azura can build that.
All right, Azor is
So that's-
basically knitting a scarf for them.
Mm-hmm.
So it's another material and another refinement.
What would it take for an artifact that has tricky, awkward, and 5 intensify?
This is 70 RP, I presume.
Yep.
It would be 2 material, 1 refinement, 1 power. You are out of material components. You are down to 2 omni components and 3 extraordinary power.
This should be pretty simple. Just common boots that have 3 stacks of aerial.
2 refinement, 1 material. Oh, so 3 refinement, 1 material.
While we're here, did Maki need something for his weapon done?
Yeah, he's gonna roll his chakram over to Gabe. Do you know how to sharpen this?
Gabe's gonna attempt to pick it up, be unable to pick it up, but like just kind of look at it as it's laying on the ground. What metal is this made of?
Not so much metal as it is bone.
Oh, fascinating. I think I can sharpen bone. I can give it a good try at least. And I do know this is not a mechanic in Utopia, but I would like to attempt to redistribute which dice are used.
How much RP is this item, Sherps?
It is 40.
I'm gonna have you make an engineering test against a quarter the amount of RP the weapon has. If you succeed, you may redistribute the damage dice. If you fail, it loses a die. Period.
So I have to roll higher than a 10.
Correct.
That is a 15.
Wonderful.
Oh, thank God.
You may
Thank God.
redistribute the
Also-
damage dice. You watch as Gabe kind of just like maneuvers around and going, just like doing like little modifications around it. It now has a serrated edge on one side. It has a nicer grip to it.
He's gonna pick it up with like one hand and just like, this is much better than I did.
I've made a lot of weaponry in my time.
I had 3d12 on this fast weapon before, and I'm going to be changing that to d4s. I want the higher rate now. I made a mistake.
If you guys have done whatever you're doing, we have a job to complete, and I've been standing here for at least 20 minutes waiting for you, and that's my limit. So I'm gonna go. Please follow.
Just gonna see
On the way,
one
can
eye.
you find someone to help me? I'm still kind of hurt from the last fight.
I might have a tiny thing that would help. It wouldn't help a lot, but it could help a tiny bit.
All right, I guess I can give it a try.
I'm gonna hand Frost all 3 of the 1d4 DHP potions I have.
You get 3 small little vials of violet liquid.
I guess I will take them. 8.
Nice. You regain 8 DHP. You guys do know where a clinic is, so you guys can stop there if you would like.
Yes, please. I'd like to be at max.
So you guys make your way to the coroner's office, and a familiar, disappointed face approaches you. And he goes, "Oh, you're here again."
I need some healing. Can you do that for me?
If it gets you out of here, I can. Yes. How much DHP are you missing?
I am missing 9.
He looks down at a clipboard, kind of moves a few parchments, does a little bit of math on the clipboard. He goes, 45 silver pieces. 40 if
Okay.
you leave quickly. And in roughly 6 seconds flat, he pulls the syringe out of his pocket, injects it into your arm, and then shoos you away.
Okay, we can go now, guys.
Good to see you, Doc.
Ow.
Hopefully I'll see you again very shortly.
Slowly closes the door behind him to the laboratory, and he goes, "Only in my nightmares." Closes the door.
I can arrange that.
3 sets of
Not
dice now.
necessarily the correct location, but we will utilize this map regardless. So you guys have approached what seems to be a relatively broken down temple. This is what seemed to be some god or goddess that you are not familiar with. Perhaps it's one of the old cults, perhaps it was just one of the lesser deities, but it's nothing that you guys recognize. You may attempt to make a memory test if you wish to try to figure out what this may be too.
I got a 10 for memory.
All right.
I got a 13.
That's another 9.
18 for me.
Oh, wow. Okay. Surreal and Gabe and Azur recognize something. I don't think anything in your lineage would tell you who this is or would have exposed you to this deity, but you recognize it as some kind of nature or season or something like that, some form of druidic presence. There is a piece of scripture that is carved into one of the broken down walls, and it's the only thing that you can see that resembles anything literary that you can read in Utopian is petal, but otherwise you have no idea what this is. It is covered in plants and overgrown, and everything is seemingly just left to years. You do hear some kind of thrashing and stomping around inside. I'm going to put you in initiative immediately. So position yourselves wherever you would like to approach. Given this door is completely shut and you cannot see inside currently. Go ahead and make a speed test for me.
Yeah, how
11
close
for
are you?
me.
Same.
That's a 25 for me.
Maki, you will go first.
I'll finally pull the scarf down and go to kind of push the door open slightly.
All right, I'm gonna charge you 4 turn actions for the movement and the opening.
Do I see anything through the now open door?
Awareness test for me, please.
That's a 14 for me.
If you do not tell me you are trying to do something with stealth, I'm going to assume you are not doing it with stealth. But this one time I'm going to ask you, are you trying to do this inconspicuously?
Yeah, he's going to open the door slowly.
So you can't get double time for the point of favor. And unfortunately, this door was not sealed shut, like not locked, but it was so overgrown that it takes snapping twigs and leaves and stuff like that to get it open. Not to mention the insane creak of how heavy this stone door is. So I'm gonna give you 2 points of disfavor on the stunt test to remain stealthy.
That's a 1.
Oh, boy.
With a +3.
Oh, you critically failed!
To open the door, yes.
Oh no, oh no, oh goodness. In your attempt to be stealthy, you did spend the extra 2 turn actions of your turn to open this door, only for this door to immediately fall off its hinges and slam the ground with the loudest echoing thud, revealing with your awareness test and everybody else's passive awareness, you're not missing it, the giant decaying, absolutely disgustingly smelling, rotting corpse of an animated griffin, which is now peering down the barrel at you. That is the
Good
end
job,
of your turn, Maki.
You really nailed it there.
He's going to be a little wide-eyed, and you're just going to hear, "Good birdie. Surreal, tell it we mean no harm."
You fucking...
That was fucked up.
I just got it.
Oh,
not a
we're going to hate me for that.
Sombers, it is your turn.
I
Go
want to
ahead,
fly
Sombers.
close enough to get within slight distance range with the reach that I have on my new scythe. And then I'm going to spend 5 stamina to use hasty attacks so I can attack
Oh yeah, I don't
3
have
times instead
tyrannical.
of just 2.
All right, so you guys recognize that this griffin is massive. Its body is dripping this like disgusting like black and green ooze. Its face is rotting, its beak is borderline falling off at this point. And Sombers immediately walks up, chest up, and almost is the same height as this thing. It's going to attempt to dodge.
50 psychic.
Alrighty then. It is successfully going to dodge out of the way. The feathers on its chest brush by and you slice a few of them off. And you notice that the tendrils of your scythe try to grab onto this thing, but it's just too fast. And it's gonna use one of its interrupt actions to jump out of the door and fly up. You do see these kind of like grotesque green ley lines going where the flesh used to be, as if some form of spell or mana or something like that is fulfilling the boundaries that it no longer has.
Okay, switching gears. Can I fly after it? Spend another 5 stamina so I can attack with the scythe again.
So you kind of race in after it as it manages to navigate around you, but you manage to get one more swipe at the scythe and the tendrils grab around its leg and its eyes begin to glow and emanate with this righteous nightmarish power. But it shakes its head and it gets the thoughts out of its head and the tendrils finally retract back into your scythe. With that, it's going to go ahead and, ooh, we have a couple of options here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Zor being 6 and Sombers being 1. It's going to roll a d6 and it will attack a target at random. Surreal, I'm so
Oh, boy.
sorry.
Oh boy. Well, I'll block.
All right. No, I'm not gonna TPK you guys. At least one of you will be alive by the end of this. I'm sure. Oh no, my heart. Oh no. So.
Huh?
Surreal, what's your health pool?
Oh shit.
These are not words you want to hear from me. Thank you.
82.
Okay, you're lucky I rolled too many dice. Okay, you live to see another day, Surreal.
Did you fuck up or are you saving me?
No, I did fuck up. I thought it had physical combat. It does not. So we're reducing this by roughly half. You're only going to take 61 energy damage.
Jesus Christ.
Holy fuck.
I'll say 61, you say.
This is a tempest beam building up inside its beak. It opens up its mouth and it charges up this big ball of lightning and then just spits it out. And it happens to make its way down to Surreal as this beaming lightning just eviscerates your body. It's extremely painful. All right, it's Irmis's turn.
Well, shit. I'm trying to go invisible. Do I have to use sensory masking?
Yes, that's gonna be,
okay.
so change appearance would only be to disguise yourself, but you can't disguise yourself as not visible anymore. It would be basically impersonation.
It would be Muse 1, I guess, so it would last a whole turn.
Muse 1 would last a turn, Muse 2 would last 10 turns.
Okay, I only have 5, so I can't do that. I have to use Muse 1.
Down by 1 sucks. That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
1 turn means that it's gonna go to the next turn, which is Surreal's turn, and then at the beginning of Azor's, it'll end.
Oh, fuck. Because we've apparently been playing my invisibility wrong.
You need probably a 3-meter weapon. Sombers is probably the only person who can reach this within melee distance right now.
Couldn't I blink in the air and attack it while I'm falling?
You can only blink to places that you could have traveled normally. So, actually, it's up against the wall. Yes, you could.
I can stand on walls.
Yep, I was gonna say you have sticky boots.
So I guess I'll use 6 stamina to blink to the wall next to it. Dual wielder and odd trajectory.
Okay, it will attempt to dodge. This is physical damage, correct?
Yes.
You are gonna have to deal more than 70 damage.
Oh, I got 37. I got pretty high. I'll use Prowler. You may spend 1 minute to mark up to 1 additional creature you can sense simultaneously for as long as you focus. While marked, that creature gets 2 points of disfavor on tests made to learn information about you and cannot gain points of disfavor against them, and it cannot dodge attacks I make.
That would require 10 turns.
10?
Yep, 1 minute is 10 turns, yep. That means, like, for instance, by the time it's your next turn, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 turns will have passed.
All right, I'll do it.
Okay. You can teleport, like, for instance, across this wall, and I'll give you 2 points of favor to be inconspicuous, because you're teleporting and you're out of sight.
Boink.
Okay. So you're on the wall, just kind of, like, tucked away like Spider-Man style. Go ahead and make a stunt test with 2 points of favor.
My stunt test is a 15. Okay, cool.
As far as you can tell, no one notices your presence. All right, with that, it is Surreal's turn.
Surreal's not having a good time. Some of the feathers on his wings are like singed, misshapen, and there's like blood like dripping off of his arms, and he grits his teeth and is like, fucking damn it, and creates this singular small ice shard and sends it up into the creature's chest. This is going to be 10d8 chill damage with a stack of Scry 4.
It's going to attempt to dodge.
I'm sorry. 52 points of chill damage.
Unfortunately, it does manage to skirt out of the way. So it kind of does one flap of the wings and it pulls back. But you watch as this shard comes up and it brushes past its feathers. But it kind of shatters into various little crystals. And each one of those crystals kind of lock onto the creature. It attaches to its feathers, to the rotting portions of its flesh. And it gives you a mental mapping of the creature. You cannot roll below half on dice against it now.
Swear again, and I'll create like 3 of those. Fire them individually, one after the other, towards its head, towards its throat, and towards its body.
All right. It will attempt to dodge. You will need to roll higher than a 57.
90 chill damage.
So you watch as it kind of tries to skirt out of the way to the best of its ability. However, your shards manage to just chung as you watch as these giant sharpened icicles just slash through its body, and its flesh is so weak and so like disattached from the bone that you watch this pieces of shrapnel of flesh are just like raining down on the sky. It smells absolutely horrid as this little green oozy pustule lands on your face right beneath your eye.
Ew.
Azor, it is your turn.
Start of
I'm
turn,
using-
I will interrupt action, run into building.
Okay, I'm using Noble and I'm giving my turns to Sombers.
All right, Sombers, you now have 6 turn actions as of right now.
Whoa. I'm gonna spend 5 stamina again to use hasty to attack with the malpractice.
All right, it's going to attempt to dodge. You're going to have to deal more than 70 psyche damage.
I don't.
Okay. So you take one swipe at the scythe and it brushes its wings against the atmosphere and it pulls up before the tendrils can make any contact with it.
Okay, I'm gonna do it again
All right.
and curse under my breath. You slippery fuck.
You will have to beat a 50.
Again, I don't.
All right. Luckily, it is out of interrupt actions.
Cool. I'm going to open my jaw and use my breath weapon for the first time.
Oh, wowzers. All right. Okay.
I'm spending 5 stamina to deal 2d6 psych damage
Plus fortitude or portrayal, one of those two.
plus betrayal.
Okay. Are you doing the second portion of it? Because that is an additional stamina cost.
Oh yes, so 15 total.
Okay.
Because this will also daze it, but this is a fortitude test.
Okay. It will attempt to make a fortitude test against the damage dealt. You blast out this line of just like nightmarish violet and purple and black fog. It goes up its face. You see it like curling through its nostrils, through its ribcage, begin to fill up and emanate with this. You can see as its eyes dilate and glow, it manages to resist basically the dazing effects of it. Perhaps and predominantly because it is dead and it seems to not fear much. However, you can tell that this creature is in fact grievously wounded.
Are you familiar with that sound that causes anxiety used in horror movies?
I've heard of it, yes.
That's what it sounds like.
Okay,
high pitch.
perfect. All right, with that, Gabe, it is your turn.
How high up in the air is it right now?
5 meters.
Oh, perfect. I'm going to take the leap action. I'm going to punch it. I'm going to use an additional turn action and 6 stamina to attempt to blind it with this punch. So have it make a
Okay.
fortitude test.
Alrighty. Is it against the damage dealt?
Yep.
Okay. It will attempt to... Oh my gorshness. It rolled really well. It will attempt to dodge this.
Okay. Well, that's a 19.
It is definitely going to succeed that dodge, unfortunately.
Do I have enough time in the air to make another attempt to hit?
Make a stun test.
It's an 8.
Okay. Yeah, you can do one up and one on the way down.
So he's going to punch again, just normal.
Okay.
20 damage.
Unfortunately, he is definitely going to be able to dodge out of the way of that. Even without the dodge, you notice that this thing's like inner carapace, like the skin beneath the feathers, is very, very tough. This thing is harder than the elemental you fought at the meteor.
Interesting. I want samples.
Maki, it is your turn.
As long as I can do this without a turn action, I'm just going to turn and squint at Gabe for a moment. I'm going to take the opportunity myself to try and leap up and... This is going to take my entire turn, by the way.
Okay.
I'm going to leap up and try to scale this creature.
All right. Scale is going to be an agility test on its part. I believe it is agility for you as well. It is going to roll a 26.
That is sadly a 25 on my part.
Oh no,
no.
dude. You had your grip on it, and this thing turned to gaze at you, and you hesitated for just long enough to lose your grip. Okay, Sombers, it is your turn.
I'm going to spend the 5 stamina with the scythe again.
It will attempt to dodge. You will need to beat a 55.
I did a 55, exactly.
Holy shit! Oh my god, she got through! Holy hell. Okay. It pushes its wing against the air, and your scythe barely retracts, but you kind of get like a little grin on the side of your face as one tendril sneaks its way up its claw, and you watch this thing screeches in terror.
Would my 1 turn action weapon, would I be able to use my interrupts to throw my chakram at this thing?
I'm gonna say yes this time. I believe with Adventurer's Guide rules, you actually aren't strong enough to throw it, but I'm gonna let you. In order to throw a weapon, you have to have a strength score equal to the number of slots it takes, or higher.
Well, that's a 23 to fling this at the creature.
It doesn't even dodge out of the way. It has its eyes glued to Sombers right now, and it hits the side of it, and it definitely tears like a little bit of flesh, but the thing doesn't even waver, and the chakram just falls back to the ground.
Can I swing my scythe at it again?
Yes, you
Spending
can.
another 5 stamina.
It is not going to react to you this time.
33.
You watch as these tendrils are now growing up through its wings, through the gaseous formation that you created earlier, and it's like giving you these kind of guttural screeches now that's turning into coughs and hazes, but it's still staring down at you.
Going to do it one more time.
All right, it will attempt to dodge this time. You're gonna have to beat an extremely unreasonable number. God, that is a fucking insane roll. Unfortunately, it gets a wild thrust, some kind of gale, and it moves at lightning speed to get out of the way of this one. It does seem to be so reflexive out of fear, which is wild to say for an undead creature.
End of my turn with cocking my head to the side and just go, what's wrong?
At the end of Somber's turn, it will drop down to the ground, and it is going to make an attack. There's only 4 applicable targets here. So I'm gonna roll a d4. 1 Sombers, 2 Surreal, 3 Gabe, 4 Maki. It's gonna bring 1 wing up and just slash around and hit whatever it can find. But
It's
a griffin.
3.
A 3! Congratulations, Gabe! This is gonna really fucking hurt.
Body can
Hold on a
take it.
moment. Would you be okay with me considering that Gabe is within 1 meter of me?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay. I'll help Gabe with Guardian. It allows me to use both of my interrupt actions to block on behalf of someone else.
Okay.
And I have Rugged, which gives me an extra 6 charges.
Mm-hmm.
So I have 8d4 to block. That is a 24.
That was 59 minus whatever Maki's block was, so
24.
35. All right, and that will be the end of its turn. At the beginning of Irmis's turn, it's going to fly up with both of its interrupt actions. Oh, we're gonna say 20 meters into the air.
Can I even do anything if I'm focusing on Prowler?
Not currently. You will be completing your focus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
On Gabe's turn.
7. At the end of Gabe's turn, yes. So at the beginning of Maki's turn, Prowler will have completed.
I'm gonna use my interrupt actions to punch it once.
All right, go ahead and punch it.
33 damage total, with 2 different types of damage.
The physical damage doesn't seem to do anything. You literally knock one of its toes off, but it wasn't using it anyways. However, the shock does seem to do a little bit of something.
I stick my tongue out at it.
It sticks its tongue back out at you. The tongue falls out in front of you. Surreal, it is your turn.
I will come out after it and fly 10 meters into the air. And as I'm flying up, I'll charge up a fun little, it almost looks like a snowball. And when I get 10 meters away from it, I'll hurl it at the creature. And when it hits it, it'll explode into like 1,000 tiny little shards. Death by 1,000 paper cuts style.
First of all, it's gonna dodge. You're gonna have to beat a 55.
83 points of chill damage.
Okay. You kind of take the snowball and you throw it up above it. It tries to dodge out of the way, but it doesn't realize what is cloaked within the snow. But the snow around it begins to fizzle and melt as this series of ice crystals just appear from within it and just start piercing through this thing in every which direction. This putrid gas emitting from its beak every single time it screams, until finally it falls from the sky, splattering on the ground in front of Maki, Azur, Ermis, Gabe, and Sombers.
I float back down and touch the ground and go, everything hurts so bad.
I'm going to harvest anything I can off the griffin.
All right, go ahead. And how long do you want to spend?
Would you guys like to sit here for a moment? I want to see if I can get some good stuff off this guy.
Okay, let me catch my breath.
Okay.
Oh, that's true. Everybody does seem so tired. I'm gonna take an hour.
Before you get into your work, I'm going to rip one wing and just chop off a toe so we have proof that we got it.
Go ahead and make your engineering test. You would have to.
Test is a 19.
You would have had to critically fail to fail, so good job. I'm gonna need you to roll 3d10 plus 1d6, and I need you to keep all of the d10s separate.
All right, first D10 is a 9, second one is an 8, and last one is a 5.
And the d6?
2. Oh, it would appear we have some nice rare materials available to us now.
You guys realize that this creature, albeit undead, the mana particulates that emanate throughout its body are extremely valuable. The cryptid nature of its blood is still completely imbued, and you manage to keep that intact. Not to mention, it has a tempest gland, which is essentially just a giant organic mana battery.
I believe that is 11 rare material components, 8 rare refinement components, and 5 rare power components.
And a handful of keepsakes, again, as proof that you successfully killed such a monster.
What do the feathers of the creature look like?
They look like a normal griffin feathers, and a handful of those feathers are just generic griffin feathers, but a lot of them are just covered in pus and blood and just decay.
I'll try to grab like 2 or 3 of the prettier looking ones.
You see, with these components, we can make some good stuffs. I think this was an absolute win on our part.
Yeah, I cannot craft rare yet.
I'm getting there.
Luckily, you guys are gonna get
Ori, please.
Oh boy.
2,000
be
XP
astronomical.
each.
That's a level up.
Crazy.
That's a level up.
15 out of 33.
15 out of 33, yeah.
Okay,
All
I
right.
raised my resolve. I can be invisible now.
Woo! Let's go.
Yeah.
All right, and you guys make your way, I presume, back to turn in your mission.
Yes.
All right.
There's probably
again.
had somewhere to heal.
To heal
Surreal.
or
He's
Surreal.
he's got boo boos.
How boo-boo are your boo-boos, Surreal?
I only lost 2 DHP.
Oh,
Oh,
never
then you can
mind. He
sleep
might
it
be
off.
okay
Yeah.
for now.
Then, in that case, you guys turn in your mission, and you happily receive 500 silver pieces. They have no struggle in believing you that you killed the griffin. The first thing they accept is the head and the toe, and they divine it, and they go, "Yep, that's it. That's what we were looking for."
That means
Well-
we each get 83, and then there's 2 remaining somewhere.
Yes.
Mostly due to travel more than anything else, it is getting pretty late, which means you guys don't have long before you guys need to decide whether or not you're going to be taking that travel over to the Wilderman jungles. Chat, do we have a final answer? I'm going to call back the Pious party here in just a second. I'm going to request your final answer on what you'd like to say. Final answer is sky. Okay, interesting. So you guys
Okay.
have successfully made your way back to the inn, and you have settled down, and Joka seems to have retired at this point. It's getting pretty late into the night, so Joka's not currently present. You guys have access to the front doors. You guys are able to lock and unlock the front door as you've been given access to this inn, probably to a much greater extent than most people. Joka is probably in whatever his retirement quarters is. As you guys walk in and get settled, there is food on the table for you guys if you so wish to eat. But once you guys close the door and lock it up and get ready, there's a knock for you.
Ominous.
Who the fuck?
Who is it now?
Are we being stalked or something? Because this keeps happening.
I'm gonna open the door.
So, Ermis, you slowly open this door to see a solar elf in very, very elegant attire, something along the lines of what a dancer would wear. She seems very kind and gentle when she approaches, and she says, "Oh, I'm so sorry." And she's holding a hefty parcel, something kind of wrapped in brown paper with a neat little bow on top.
Can I help you?
Oh, yeah, I apologize. And she bows for a second, and she says, "My name is Persephone. Some woman approached me and said that there would be a few residents here that this would go to. Is there a..." And she kind of looks at the package. She pulls a small little piece of paper that's attached to the string that ties it together, and she says, "Ermis, Sombers, Surreal, Gabe." Are these ringing any bells?
That's us.
Well, this is for you.
Thanks, I guess.
Anytime.
And then I'm gonna, I guess, since we're done, I'm gonna close the door and show the package to everybody else.
You close the door, and as far as you can tell, she walks away.
Okay, so elf, right? So we don't trust it, right? They're probably from Imperium, right?
It's a possibility, but I wouldn't go that far for all elves.
I'm going to bite my tongue.
I'm gonna hold my hands out and offer to take the package.
Sombers is just glaring at the box this entire time.
Be careful. We don't know what it is.
I'm gonna pull out a dagger and cut the bow.
I mean, I could just... Okay, never mind then.
It cuts open just fine.
Oh, set it on the table. I'll make I'll check on it and see if there's any traps or not. Anything about it.
Go ahead and make your engineering test. Gabe, after inspecting the package to the best of your ability, picking it up, looking around, feeling the heft of it, it doesn't seem like there's anything wrong with it that you could tell. There's no mechanisms. You can't hear anything coming from it. Kind of radiate a little bit, I should say. Almost as if there's something enchanted inside it, the way that, you would read a mana signature.
Okay then, everybody hold on to your pants, and Gabe is going to open the box.
You open the package to reveal 6 sheets of paper, a book, and a small coin.
Not the most devastating package we've ever gotten. What is this?
What would you like to start with?
Paper.
Me personally, yeah, paper.
The 6 sheets of paper, there are a couple of notable features about this. First of all, this is not parchment. This is not papyrus. This is a type of paper you've never seen before. It is a stark white. For each of you, there is a name that matches you. So there's a piece of paper that says Gabe on it. There's a piece of paper that says Sombers on it. And there are various numbers. There are various words on it that don't really make any sense to you. The best I could describe it was almost as if it was some kind of study on you.
Are these fucking character sheets?
Are these character sheets?
Yes.
Did we really just get our own fucking... Oh my god!
It says Utopia on the top for some reason.
It is. It is character sheet.
What the?
What in the hell?
Fascinating.
So, stalker, right?
Totally a stalker.
I'm going to take my sheet of paper, and where it says level 33, I'm going to attempt to scribble in 34.
You managed to do so.
Do I feel stronger?
Not that you can tell, no, unfortunately.
Would have been really funny though. Scribbles it out, writes 1,000.
I will
Hear the
say
tone
all
from
this.
Final Fantasy.
I will say this all strictly as a joke. Just like scribble out the 9 that's over speed for Maki, and then just write 700. Take 1 step to the left, and I'm at the wall.
You take 1 step to the left, and you're in the ocean.
I'm going to reach into the package and grab the coin.
2 of you speak Primordial, right?
Yep.
Yes.
there is a small note, like kind of like almost like a baby postcard, maybe a few inches in each way. And on it is written, printed, I should say, because it looks printed. Every single letter that appears is exactly similar to another, the same way that a machine would create this. And it says, from an acquaintance you've heard from before. And you receive this kind of square coin that's cut up into 4 pieces. And in Primordial, you hear your question.
Oh!
But
I think this will answer something for us.
I'm gonna pick up the book.
There's something that is immediately obvious to you. That's not how words work. You look at the cover and it is pitch black. It kind of has the texture of leather, but it's not like any leather you've ever seen before. This thing emanates like nothing you've ever seen before. And the words on it are so incomprehensible that you could not draw them if you tried. It's almost like they shift and move as you look at it.
Guys, I like this book. No, seriously, look at the cover.
You get dizzy looking at this.
oh, whoa, I don't like it. I don't like that one. That one is not good for me.
Can I, for shits and giggles, make a language test?
Absolutely, go for it.
I got a 7.
Ermis, you have an epiphany. This is Dwarvish.
Guys, this is Dwarvish.
It's not.
I make a language test on
Why
it.
would you tell me? I look stupid now.
Because Ermis was
okay.
very confident in that. Go ahead and make a language test with a point of favor, Gabe.
Oh, okay, with a point of favor. 15.
15? No, you don't know how to read this. I will send you a message of something that is peculiar about it, but this is based on your downfall, so I'm gonna have to DM it to you.
I'm going to take the book and I'm going to begin to head towards the stairs. If you give me some time, I will study and attempt to see if I can decipher what this language might be.
Just bring it back
Numbers?
down when you're done.
Aye, Capitan.
Sombers narrows her eyes a little after and then looks back at the coin and relaxes.
Azura's just gonna take a look at the sheet with their name. Huh, this is highly accurate.
Maki's gonna kind of just drop his sheet back into the box.
Hermes is just going to take his, fold it up, and put it in a pocket.
Oh, then I'm also gonna grab mine and put it in my pocket.
Does Joka live here? Do we know?
Yes, he does.
Do I know what room is his?
No, you have never inquired or figured out what room is his.
Well then I'm gonna start going around to random doors that I don't know where they lead, and enter them to try and find his room.
This room right here is basically a bed chamber. Oh, I apologize. This room is a bed chamber.
Knock, 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 knock.
Oh, we're not open.
Joka, I know it's late, but I'm leaving tomorrow and I need to have this figured out before tomorrow. I'm sorry, get your ass out of the bed. I know you can do it.
You sound cute. All right, hold on. And he opens the door to show that he is not very dressed.
I'll step in and kind of like half close the door behind me. We need to figure out what we're doing with Cole. Do you know how much travel would be to
Oh my God!
an
You
academy?
You just came here, didn't you?
Yes.
Cole got out.
Oh. When?
Checked on him maybe 6 hours ago. I made him food. He was gone.
Oh. I was... Huh. Okay. You haven't heard anything about him, have you?
Since
I see. Okay, well, I was gonna try and get him to the academy. I wonder if he left town.
The academy? What academy?
His brother is at an academy. I don't know where it is. He just mentioned that, and he said he needed to go see him, and I told him that we would help him. So I went to do a job today to get money to try and get him money so that he wouldn't try to do it alone, because he's gonna die.
Are you talking about Hyreth?
I don't know. He just said an academy.
Well, I don't know what other academy he would be talking about. That's such a long trek. I don't know how the hell he would ever get there.
Can I do locate creature on Cole?
It points this way.
I point and I say, is it in that direction?
I think so?
Fuck. Okay, well, there's nothing I can do then, so sorry for bothering you.
He grabs you by the shoulder before you're able to walk out the door. You're just not gonna do anything about it? That's it?
I don't know what there is to do. I'm not going in that direction. And I'm leaving tomorrow.
Shoko looks down at the ground, scratches his head, and... Alright.
I hand Joka all of my 83 silver pieces. Whatever you can do with that.
He pushes them
Keep it
back to you. I don't want them.
Maybe he'll come back. And if he does, then you can give them to him.
He puts his hand on the doorknob. You can tell yourself that. And he shuts the door.
I go upstairs without talking to anyone.
All right. You pass by Gabe, who was walking down the stairs, and then exit into your quarters.
Find anything out, Doctor?
It's the darndest thing. This thing is like almost imperceivable. I don't know. I got something about boiling water, but it doesn't make much sense to me.
Can I take a look at it?
Every single page inside this book is black.
There's nothing I can note out of it?
There's words on it, but they just like the cover. Every single one is just mind-boggling to attempt to comprehend.
It can't be that weird. I'm gonna try and take the book and look at it.
The guy who can't read is going to try and decipher the language.
Make a language test with 2 points of favor.
Oh,
What?
fuck. Okay, hang on. That is a 13.
You recognize that it's an otherworldly language. It is not of your perceivance because it was not designed to be of your perceivance.
Do I have the slightest idea that I've seen this in one other situation?
You have, and you know it.
I do think I've seen this before. I remember, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was like a really good dream.
It seems like this is the first moment where you guys begin to recollect and look at each other and realize you all had the same dream. It had not been discussed up to this moment. And honestly, it had beseeched your memory up to this point. And suddenly, every single person in this room is exceptionally familiar to you. Surreal, I know you're not there, but you recall the sensation. It's kind of like a dawning on you a little bit.
I'm going
Wait
to
a minute.
immediately turn and point at Gable. You shot me with a fucking table.
Oh, you deserved it, you little shit.
Azuri's just gonna sit down at the realization that just hit them. Like, oh god, he was there.
A lot of us were there. You might have to elaborate a little bit.
I don't think we can.
God, that's a lot to take in.
I do want to break this very tensious moment, just to say that every single person except Maki was actively cockblocked by their ability to read.
Would somebody like an upgrade?
Somber snaps her head up.
Gabe's gonna lock eyes with Sombers.
She's going to stand up slowly and squint a little bit, but silently nod.
Dear, Gabe is gonna do like a slight like little jump, like you would when you're really excited about something. Are you ready, Sombas?
Sure thing.
Sombers,
Sure,
you now have a
sure.
point of favor on all fortitude tests.
Point
Who
of
is
favor on
holding the
speed, Point
coin?
of favor on fortitude. I think Surreal was.
Surreal, do you still have the coin?
I wouldn't have stopped to put it down.
It is buzzing.
Surreal storms into his room and half slams the door and sits on his bed and stares at the wall for a few minutes, contemplating, thinking about the goal that he has set ahead of him, and that gets interrupted by the buzzing of the coin that he had completely forgotten about in his pocket. And he takes it out and he looks at it and he starts thinking of all of the things that have been running through his head, all of the questions that he's had for years that have never been answered, and considers the people downstairs that it was also meant for, and feels slightly conflicted for just a moment, and then thinks about the conversation he just had, shakes his head, and refocuses back on his goal, and will ask, what happened to my memories?
First of all, the small coin will hover out in front of you. It will show you a version of yourself that Surreal does not know, but Rain does. From some time ago, your wings are obviously different. You have runes that are climbing up your arms. You see the entire course of events that I know that you know about unfold until you are lying on the ground in a crater that you created. You see Alex Plot, who is currently contracting you, taking your hand before you are living the quote-unquote 20 years of your life in a cabin. Your memories rush back to you in an instant. Everything makes sense again.
Sorry, so I didn't just get that flash, I got the actual memories back?
Unfortunately, yeah.
Oh,
This is the oddest way for this to happen, and this is much more premature than I meant for it to be. But surreal. For better or for worse, you have overcome your downfall.
oh, wow.
There
Oh,
is
wow.
suddenly a lot of weight on your shoulders.
Oh, wow.
And the greater repercussions of the mission you are currently taking on become extremely apparent. The second thing that happens was, as this coin is hovering out in front of you, you watch as it's segmented into 4 pieces. Essentially, this thing folds in on itself, so it folds itself into quarters. And it spins a few times in the air. By the time that it stops spinning, you hear this like mechanical whir coming from inside what seems like this device, and then it unfolds into its full size again, which is now substantially larger, probably the size of a small dinner plate. And it slowly hovers back to you. And you hear in a chorus of so many various voices and another, a question for the Beyonders.
I'll open my door and peek it open and make sure that no one else is there upstairs currently. And when I don't see anyone, I'll walk out, set it on the table, and go back into my room.
Maki's gonna kind of walk over, just put a hand on Azur's shoulder, and gesture upstairs, like with a side nod. Maki's going to kind of shut the door, place his weapon down. I have
All
to
right.
talk with you.
I know.
What do you know?
I know I fucked up by not telling you this.
No, that is not it.
Hmm.
I'm not mad at you, nor do I have the right to be. The thing I'm upset with is my own failures. He's gonna kind of walk over and lift Azor's sleeve up a little bit. You already know that I was already born a failure. I was the runt of my house, of my tribe. I was put in your care once before. I thought in the years that I was gone, that I had grown, that I had gotten stronger, that I would be able to earn my way back into my house. But this, and he's going to trace the scar and the veins on Azor's wrist, this here proves that I have not changed at all. He's going to take a step back and sit on the bed.
That wasn't under your control or anyone else's, and you know that. So this one is not your fault.
I haven't been able to do anything to protect you since we got here. You've been hurt on multiple occasions. And even with that bird, I couldn't do anything to it. It's been all the others this whole time. I'm supposed to be your guard, not them.
What if I just don't want you to just be that? You don't have to do all of that. You don't have to be perfect, you know? And Azor is just gonna get up and sit down next to Maki.
If I'm not your guard, then I'm not allowed to be by you. This is the only way I was brought back.
That's not true. I requested for you to be back. I didn't even know why you were taken away.
My
Yeah.
stature and my ability, I was sent away.
Yeah, but that doesn't concern me at all. For me, you were completely fit to be by my side. Doesn't matter what the rest of them thought. I choose you for a reason. I see potential in you, Maki. And I kind of have seen myself reflected in you. As you said, you are the runt of your family. I'm the same.
He's gonna kind of raise a brow.
What?
I'm pretty sure you're the tallest.
I don't mean it in height. I mean it in ability. I'm the weakest.
You've done more than I have.
It doesn't matter what you have done or haven't. You're still doing your best, and that's...
No. If my best doesn't keep you safe, then what good am I as a guard?
Well, it's better than nothing. It's better than trying to put me in harm's way on purpose.
He's just gonna kind of grab his snout with both hands. And to make matters worse, you heard that on the roof. God fucking damn it.
I mean, you weren't trying to be that silent.
No, but I thought you and everyone would still be asleep.
You were on the roof, on top of our room.
You needed
I
help to
wasn't-
get up there.
Well, I did try on my own. Then I remembered I'm not that agile anymore.
Please tell me you didn't use the window.
Well, about that. I wasn't thinking straight this morning. I was just worried about you.
Why?
I mean, I woke up and you just weren't there. Of course I was gonna be worried.
You don't need to worry about your guard.
You're not just my guard, Maki. You should know that already. We were friends back then.
And I believe that's what got me sent away in the first place.
I still find it a very stupid reason to send someone away, but okay. They hid it from me for years. I thought you just decided to leave.
No, I would never leave. I would never leave your side like that. After everything. It's mixed. I'm very glad to be back, but it's beyond irritating that I'm still as weak as I am.
I guess you and me both.
And you're gonna see like the dots going around Maki's fin and tail kind of light up a little bit. Just forget you heard that this morning, please.
Fine. I haven't heard that lullaby in so long.
I'm gonna kind of like squint at Azor a little bit. That's
What?
new. Normally you would normally pull something, just like a request for a request.
I guess my only request is that you and I go back to being friends like we used to be, you know?
He's gonna kind of ponder it over for a moment. Fine. Alright, Zori.
But yeah, also sorry for not telling you about this.
It's fine. I'm no better. In fact, I think I'm worse. Lift
I guess-
the side of his shirt up to show that scar.
Yeah, I noticed that before.
Yeah.
I guess we're both still dumb. Like we used to be.
Well, hang on. I was able to read that book.
Alright, I'll give you that. But you're still not able to read the label of a simple bottle. I did say I was gonna teach you how to read. I probably should do that.
No shit.
You're not getting away from this that easily.
I think on that one, we're good to go back to the party.
All right. Are people turning in for the night, or is there any further conversation you guys would like to make?
Armis is gonna turn in.
Sombers and
Thomas
Gabe?
will also turn in, yeah.
Gabe is
Gonna
not going
stop.
to turn in. Gabe is going to the kitchen.
You make enough
Yeah.
bowls of pasta for everybody.
Oh, so that's what that makes. Okay. I eat one.
You gain 20 THP.
Oh.
They go away if you take 20 damage. They tank that damage for you, or until another source gives you THP.
I'm gonna bring all of the bowls of pasta up on trays and lay them onto the tables outside of the rooms.
There is that old coin that you saw before, except it is exceptionally larger, and the piece of paper attached to it has different writing on it now. Another question, somewhere from the great beyonds.
A Beyonder just cashed in
I
their
have
question.
I already have someone who can answer me any question I wish. It's a cute sentiment, though. Perhaps another will find it more appealing. And then goes to bed.
Yeah,
What
so-
would I have to roll to start learning? Because I have a feeling I don't have a choice in this matter anymore.
You don't have a choice.
You have to make a language test.
Azure stayed up a little later at night just teaching Mackie how to read some words.
I'm gonna basically make you do half the tests, since you already know how to speak it at least, and you don't have to learn the entire language. Yep,
Mhm,
you have to
just
beat a
reading.
TD10 after 3 hours of studying. Normally you have to do it 8 times, I will make you do it 4 times.
That's a 9 on the first one.
Unfortunately, Maki failed to comprehend. Alright, good night everybody. Gabe, could I get a D100 from you?
That is a 79.
Yeah.
You guys wake up to a peaceful morning, or as peaceful as it can be up to this point. And you smell quite fresh pasta, I must say.
I'm surprised it's still fresh.
You guys
Ori, what
also
do I-
all notice the coin on the table.
I'm going to walk out looking completely defeated and exhausted.
You guys all witness the very out of place pasta.
I'm
What
not
about-
going to think twice and just start eating.
All right.
Azure is also gonna eat as they didn't eat anything the day prior.
Somber
That'll
picks
be
one up, sniffs it, and then starts eating it.
all right. 11 THP for Maki, 20 THP for Azur, 22 for Sombers,
Armis is already eating.
14 for Ermis.
Gabe glances over at Surreal, who hasn't eaten yet.
He eats.
16 THP.
It's not quite like how my mother used to make it, but I hope it's still feeling and quite good.
I don't think there's ever a good time to say this, but I guess for lack of a better term, for everybody, it tastes familiar?
What?
I don't know how else to say that.
That's a really funny way of putting it, to be fair.
If you know, you know, I guess. There is still breakfast for you. However, there does seem to be a slight tinge of lacking quality in the food that was made for you.
I'm gonna kind of just look up at Surreal as like, did you piss off Joka?
I don't think so.
Then why is the food so...
Maybe he's tired because you woke him up, and I'm just gonna start eating again.
Well, if he isn't, it's his own fucking problem.
Or perhaps my cooking is just so immaculate, no other cook can compare. Though I do feel I must point out the elephant in the room. Why is that currency big?
I'm going to look over at the coin and I'm going to dodge. That's a 44 on my surprise. You know the videos where someone sneaks a cucumber behind a cat?
Can I pick up the coin?
Yes, you can. It buzzes. Sombers, this is a wild statement to say to you specifically. This is beyond anything you've ever touched.
Does it look like the one that I saw before?
Yeah, it's just ultimately larger. And also touching it kind of feels like staring into the void of the universe.
It's all the power you guys could ever want. You might as well do something with it.
Shaking my head, I'm gonna walk into my room and say, give me a moment. Why am I talking to a coin? I don't know why I'm talking to a coin. Why should I?
It was asking for confirmation.
Look, I can't trust Gabe anymore. He didn't feel right, so I guess... What is he?
Unfortunately, due to the rules of how an answer like this would work, I cannot say this publicly. However, I will answer this question for you.
Okay.
I'll shoot you a message real quick, just so you kind of know what's going on.
Oh,
You guys hear a knock on the door.
I'll open it.
You have to unlock it first. I say that only because normally this place is open by now. But this room is vacant and these doors are locked.
Weird. Okay, I'll unlock it and open it.
It's Moonchi.
You ready for us?
Yeah. Have you made a decision?
I think we're going.
Let's do this.
Are you all agreeing to take your ride to the Wilderman Jungles?
Yep.
Yeah?
yeah.
Okay. Well, Moonchi quickly gathers you all together, ushers you towards a boat, and once Moonchi finally boards the gangplank with you, he ushers the guard onto the boat, puts his hands out, and the guard cuffs him, puts a cuff around his neck, and you guys make your way there.
They cuffed Moonchi.
Oh.
And I will see you guys next session.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
Ori from the Edit here. I have to explain something very important, super quick, to make sense of what happened here. In the community, we have something known as puzzle coins. They're an event-based currency that I give to members when they do cool things, like solve mysteries we put out. They can later use puzzle coins to purchase different things, such as a free answer to virtually any question, with some limitations. Separately, a Beyonder question is a free answer to any in-universe question, but with a lot more detail, no genie wishes, and considerate of the asker's intentions. It's a good wish, all things considered, that is granted to somebody who earns level 100 in the Discord. When I asked what the community wanted to give the characters this session, 2 people spent these, a puzzle coin question and a Beyonder question, giving those both to the characters to have. That is why these questions were answered privately, and this is one of many ways that the community will be interacting and modifying this campaign. Thank you for watching, and God, I hope these characters are okay.